Namaste. Good morning, humans. How are your human things in the human world, the human? Okay, today is Sutra 20. Okay, here we go. Namaste. Shrimad Thang Vidya Samurti Samadhi Prajinya Pulvakam Itareshwam Upaya Pratyayo Yoginam Pavati Shrimad Thang Jatasaha Samprasadaha Sang-hi janani-bang kalyanui yoginam pangati tasya hi shiradathanasya vivekaltino viryamupajayate samupajata viryasya smurtirupatishtate smurtiupasatane chan cittamanakulam samadhiyate Samahita cittatasya prajinya viveka upavartate yena yathartham. Number 1. Yatang vadavasatu yatang vadu. Okay. Yatha vadavasatu Yathartham, yatharthe. What else could it be? Yathartham. No, it's not. Yathartham. That's it. Pasatu jangnangti tadaphyasat tatatad vishoyang jang tadaphyasat tatatad vishoyang tatatad tadaphyasat tatatad vido tadaphyasat tatatad vishoyang jang vairagyata samprajinyatah samadhi paltat samadhi bhavati. Okay. Oh, there's number 2. I missed number 2. Dadevi. Tadaphyasat tadvishoyang jang tadaphyasat tadvishoyang jang vairagyata samprajinyatah samadhi bhavati. Namaste. That which follows upon belief, energy, mindfulness, concentration, insight, is that to which the others attain. That which is caused by the means is that to which yogins attain. Belief is the mental approval, for like a good mother, it protects the yogin. For him believing and setting discrimination as his goal, there is the further attainment of energy. For him who has reached the further attainment of energy, mindfulness is at hand. And when mindfulness is at hand, the mind stuff is self-possessed and becomes concentrated. When his mind stuff has become concentrated, he gains as his portion the discrimination of insight, by which he perceives things as they really are. Through the practice of these means, and through passionlessness directed to this end, there arises that concentration which is not conscious. Okay, next, Bhagavatam. I just sorry ass texts. Tom, I think Tom. I'm still checking like one of the fuzzy characters I saw in the other book. I'll show you what I'm doing. 여탈탐 봤었대요. Okay, moving on. It's aggravating not having good texts to work with, because two humans. Sanskrit is like UFO. Little do they know, the original Sanskrit is like the most beautiful woman of all languages. That makes sense. Nobody cares though. Like, how am I supposed to react to their ignorance? So fucking ignorant. You know how ignorant an average human being is? No wonder so many people have cats. Instead, I should have said instead. They'll justify. Some fucking humans will justify their actions with guns now. Nobody's invading, their privacy. Yeah, putting humans in any ranking, and strictly speaking, business-wise, humans should be at the bottom. I'm sorry. 맞았다. siang me yang bang por TV rotang yato putama pitri Pachasahe, Seshu Satahe, Yayorang Yuhe, Prataram Te Idam Purang, Upasutute, Pasu Yulbangam, Pasu Yulbangam, Mahodate, Ma no Guhyang, Lipa, Ayora Hananda Panenba, Ayora Hananda Panema, Na, Pio, Lirato, Tuchuna Piahe, Ma no Bi, Yauhe, Sakyang, Bidati, Dasia, Nahe, Sumuna Yatang, Manasang, Tatebe Mahe, Ahelatang, another version, Ahelatang, Manasang, Shuroshituimang, Baha Duhanam, Tenum, Pipiu Shui, Masashe Chatam, Pipiu Shui, Masashe Chatam, Badia Pirang Shum, Pachasang, Cha Bajinam Tuvam, Inomi Puruhu Ta Pishivahang, Ranga Maham Suhabam, Susurtuiti, Huve Shirenotu Nahe, Supagang Potatu Temanang, Si Viate Papahe, Si Viate Vapahe, Su Jiang Chidiama Nayang, Tadatu Viram Shatadaya Mukutiam, Yang Zete Rake. Wait. Sorry. This is not the Sutra, this is Veda. And I believe it's chapter 32. But sorry, forgot to switch it. Alright, starting from here. Yang Sute Kangre Sumataya He Supeshaso Yang Pildada Si Da Shushwe Basuni Da Pilno Adia Sumanai Upagahi Sasara Posham Supage Rarano Sini Bali Burutushituke Yan Devana Masi Subasanga Drushasava Havya Mahutam Parajam Devi Bibidu Tui Nahu Ya Subahu Subaganguri Sushu Mange Bahusu Badi Dasiai Bishabataniai Habihe Sini Valiai Juhotana Yang Gungangurian Sini Vali Ya Raka Ya Sarasvati Inendra Nui Mahuba Utaye Varuna Nim Sivasataye. Namaste. Okay. Graciously, hymn 32. Graciously further, O ye heaven and earth, this speech striving to win reward of me, your worshipper. First rank I give to you, immortal, high extolled. I feign to win me wealth, to you the mighty pair. Let not men's guile annoy us, secret or by day. Give not us up a prey to these calamities. Sever not thou our friendship. Think thereon for us. This, with a heart that longs for bliss, we seek from thee. Bring hither with benignant mind the willing cow, teeming with plenteous milk, full, inexhaustible. O thou, invoked by many, day by day, I urge thee with my word, a charger rapid in his tread. With eulogy I call on La Ga, swift to hear. May she, auspicious, hear us and herself observe. With never-breaking needle, may she sow her work, and give a hero son most wealthy me for praise. All thy kind thoughts, O La Ga, lovely in their form, wherewith thou grantest wealth to him or offers gifts. With these come thou to us this day benevolent, O blessed one, bestowing food of thousand sorts. O broad-chested Sini Vali, who thou art the sister of the gods. Thou who art the sister of the gods, accept the offered sacrifice, and goddess, grant us progeny. with lovely fingers, lovely arms, prolific mother of many sons, present the sacred gifts to her, to Sinivali, queen of men. Her, Sinivali, her, Gungungu, Kangungo, Kangunga, her, Ranga, her, Saraswati, Indra, Nui, to mine aid I call, and Barunoni, from my wheel. Okay, next up is Upanishad, the Upanishads. It was fun, therapeutic, if it could raise a god from being dead, I think it'll do wonders for humans. Okay. 차는 독이야 많이 좋아하다. Chapter 7. Short, eternally short. Namaste. Pranweshu Panchavitam Parovariyaha Samopasitam Pranwa Himkaro Pakaprasata Pasachako Shurodiki Taha Shurotram Pratiharo Mano Nitanam Parovariyam Parovariyam Parovariyansi 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 si Parovariyansi etani. Sorry, because of this thing, I have to make like 3 different versions of these 2 words, because it could be 1 word because of that thing. Parovariyo hansyan pavati Parovariyaso ha lokan jayati ya Atadevam Bidavana Pranweshu Panchavitam Parovariyaha Samopasatang iti tu Panchavitasyan. Namaste. 7th Kananua. Let a man meditate on the 5-fold āmēn, which is greater than great, as the pranas, the hinkara is smell, the prastava speech, the udagita sight, the pratihara hearing, the nitana mind. These are one greater than the other. What is greater than great belongs to him. Nay, he conquers the worlds which are greater than great, who knowing this meditates on the 5-fold āmēn, which is greater than great as the pranas. Okay, that was fun, short. Next up is Shrimad Bhagavatam. Can't find. There's 21, I think. Oh yeah, this is my translation with the Sanskrit text. 22. Where did I go? This is 20. I better fix that now then. 22. Double check. 22. Forty verses. Shlokas, I mean. A shloka typically has 2 verses. 22. Okay. Okay, here we go. Namaste. Namo Bhagavate Vangsudevangyang Devangabhimshothyayahu Maitreya Uvangjang Havama Abhishekaratang Asheshaguna Kalmodayo Munima Sabari Dwa Ivan Tam Samura Dupang Asatamupang Chang Ha Manuruvang Chang Brahma Surajata Savamukhato Brahma Surajata Savamukhato Yushimana Atmapari Pusayang Chanando Maya Satapo Vidya Yoga Yogata Nalapum Patona Chanando Maya Satapo Vidya Yoga Yogata Nalamam Patona Tatatrano Yang Surajacha Samana Tuho Sahasrat Sahasrapangat Hurodayam Tasyahi Brahma Kushatra Mangangam Prachakushate Ato Yanyo Niyama Atmanam Brahma Kushatram Cha Rakushataha Rakushati Sama Vyayo Davaha Sayaha Sada Sada Tamakaha Dava Sanandalshana Deva Juchinan Me Salva Samshayang Yatasavayam Bhagavan Prityan Talmamaha Ridakushwishoha Dishituya Me Bhagavan Durashutwa Duldalsho Yokaratan Atmanam Dishituya Madarajaha Sabarashatam Shilshuna Me Pavataha Shikam Shivam Dishituya Devaya Nushishituham Kuratashichan Nugraho Mahana Apa Bharataiha Kalnaranan Trai Jushitwa Dishutoshati Giraha. Wow. San Pavana Tuhitara Sneha Parikaveshutva Tamano Mama Shirotu Mahasi Dinasyam Shravitam Krupayam Mune Puriya Vratotana Padoha Sivasayam Tuhitang Mama Ambichachati Patim Yugatam Payahashi Laguna Dipiha Yadang Tu Pavataha Shila Shurutaru Papayogunona Asheronona Radadasho Devayang Si Takarata Nishachayang Tataprati Chachang Divijang Gariyamam Sharadatayo Paharatam Mayang Salvata Mana Nurupam Te Gurahametishu Kaimasu Udiya Tasya Hi Kamasya Parativado Na Shasyate Api Nilmukuta Sangangasya Kamarakatasya Kim Punaha Ya Udiya Tamana Duratya Kina Shamapiya Chate Kushuyate Tadia Shaha Supi Tam Manashecha Bajinya Yang Hataha 아함 드방 슈르노밤 비드바는 비방할 탐 사무디아탐 아타스트바무 빠꿀방너허 프라테탄 프라테구르 하노 메 버슈이루방창 바트무드도 바트무드 보터 바트무드 보드 바트무드 보터강 모하마 프라테탄 하마프라트 바트 무드 보트강 모하마프라트 땅짱 따바트 마장 아바요라 누루 보사방 아디오 바이방히코 비티흐 까마흐 사푸야는 나라데방 데시양흐 보트리양흐 사마무나 야비타 프라티타흐 사노 까 에반테 다나얌 나드리야탐 스바야이바 까는티양 구슈이 파티 미방 시리야무 얌 할미야 버르슈트웨 그바노 당은 크리쇼팜 비크리 더팀 까른도 까비 흐발라 구슈이마 페시방 바술니야 따따뜨뜨라바 따뜨스방 드비망나 드빌로기야 페시방 바술니야 따따뜨스방 드비망 나 드빌로기야 페시방 바술니야 따따뜨스방 드비드망 비마 페시방 바술니아 파타트스 바드 비마나 드빌로키아 미야오 페시방 바술니아 파타트스 바드 비마나 드빌로키아 사무모하 비무 터짜땅흐 땅 프라타야는 팀 라라나나라 모아사비 타시리 짜라노이라드르 슈트와마 랄라나 랄라마마 랄라나 랄라마마 사비타시리 짜라노이라드르 슈트와마 랄라나 랄라마마 사비타시리 짜라노이라드르 슈트와마 야드리바이 오케이 바드상 마노루츠 짜빠다흐 스바사람고 나노마니에따 부토피아따마 아또 바주슈에 사마야나에 사트빔 야바트떼조 비프르야다트마노메 아또 탈마는 파라마함시야무키양은 슈크아 보로크타는 바후 마니에비 힘스라는 따또 파드비드 파바드비 따또 파바드비시바미밤 따또 파바드비시바미담 비치트람 삼스타시아테 야트라짜 마바티슈타테 프라장 파티남 파티레셔 마히얌 파람 프라마남 파가바나나난타 나는따흐 파가바나 나는따흐 마이트레야 우방짱 상 우가라 타는 바는 니야 대방아바 파쇼에 우가라 타는 바는 니야 대방아바 파쇼에 아시 셋짱 아시 쯔짱 두슈누이 마라비는 다나 파마 두슈누이 마라비는 다나 파마 디오빠그르 흐너는 스미타 쇼피텐 스미타 쇼피텐은 무케나 Cheto Lulupe Deva Hu Dian Sonu Jinyan Devang Biabasitam Mahishuya Tuhituha Seputama Tasamai Gunogano Tuyoya Dadao Tuliam Brahal Shuitaha Shatarupan Maharajini Paribalhan Mahatanan Damampatyoha Pariadat Prityan Pusha Vasaha Parichadan Pratatam Tuhitaram Samsrata Sadara Kushoya Katavyataha Samurat Upaguhyang Chang Bahopyam Out Karan Tuyo Manantik Shayah Bahopyam Out Karan Tuyo Namatita Shayah I'll say again. Ashakunu Bamsatad Viraham Munchana Vashapakalam Muhuha Sinchadamamba Patasati Naturo Dail Duhitu Natural Dail Duhituha Shikanha Manantriyatam Munivara Manujinyantaha Sahanugaha Pratasate Ratamaruhya Saparyaha Sivapuram Nurupaha Upayoha Rashui Kulyanyaha Sarasvatyaha Surotasoha Rashwina Mupashanandanam Pasyanana Shirama Samampadaha Pasyanana Shirama Samampadaha Pasyanana Shirama Samampadaha Tamayanan Tama Pipratyan Brahma Vaitanta Prajaha Patima Gita Samsutu Vidivaditraiha Gita Samsutu Divaditraiha Pratyudiyuha Prahalshuitanha Maharshi Mati Nama Puri Sava Samampata Samanam Vitang Nyapatanan Nyatara Romanui Yajinyasiyangangam Bitunam Vataha Kushanha Kanshasata Evasana Shashivada Tarita Valchasaha Shashivada Tarita Valchasaha Broshoyo Yaiha Parapyang Avian Yajinya Kna Yajinya Bi Mi Jitjire Yajinya Kna Yajinya Mi Jire Kushaka Shamayam Pahira Satiriya Bhagavanam Manuha Ayajadi Yajinya Purusham Labatang Satanam Yato Puvama Parhishimati Nama Vipuryam Vivishyam Samabasat Tasyam Pravishutva Pavanam Tapatraya Vinashanam Tapatraya Vinashanam Tapatraya Vinashanam Tapatraya Vinashayan Tapatraya Vinashanam 33. Alright, 7 left. Saparyaha Saprajaha Kaman Pupujaniya Virotataha Sangangi Yamana Sadakirtiha Sasatri Piha Suragayakaiha Pratyu Shuashevanu Badatena Hurudang Shuranambanan Hareha Kataha Nishudantam Yogamayasu Munim Sivayamum Puvam Manumu Yadang Pramshayitum Pogana Shekul Bhagavata Parama 아야다야마스 타스야 사는 야마흐 스바는 따라야 바나흐 쉐르는 바또 티아야또 비슈노흐 꿀바또 부르바타흐 까타흐 사에밤 스바는 따람 니니에 유가나 메카 사브탄 미무 티무 유가나 메카 사브타 티무 바수데바 파라상응예나 파리푸타카티트라야흐 샤리라 마나사 디비야 바야세 예자 마누쇼흐 파우티강 시장 까탐 클레샹 바타는데 하리삼시라 야무 야흐 브르슈토 무니피흐 프라하 탈마는 나나비타는 슈파는 누르놈 발너시라마놈 짜 살바푸타히타흐 사당에 에따뜨땅 아디라지아시야 마노시짜리따 마드 푸타무 마노시짜리따 마드 푸타무 발누이땀 발너니야시야 따다파티오다얌 슈르누아 이티 श्रीमद् भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां तृतीयस्कन्धे द्वाविंशोऽध्यायः Namaste. That was fun. Oi. I'm doing well with timing. If you have a digital copy of this exact book, send me it, please, or notify me somehow. May God be with you somehow. Namaste. Discourse 22. Maitreya continued. The emperor felt abashed, as it were, to hear his exalted virtues and exploits thus extolled, and replied to the sage who was leading a retired life. The Manu said, the cosmic being, who is Veda personified, evolved you, rich in austere penance, learning and yoga, and averse to the pleasures of sense, from his mouth for the protection of his own self in the form of the Vedas, and for the protection of the Brahmanas, the same 1,000-footed being evolved thus from his 1,000 arms. Hence they speak of the Brahmana race as his heart, and the Kshatriya race as his outer limbs. That is why the Brahmana and the Kshatriya protect each other as well as their own self, while, as a matter of fact, the Lord himself, who is both the cause and the effect, and yet immutable, protects them. All my doubts have been resolved by your very sight, inasmuch as your holiness has of your own accord lovingly pointed out the duties of a king who is anxious to protect his subjects. It is my good fortune that I have been able to see you, for you cannot be easily perceived by those who have not subdued their mind. And I am all the more fortunate in that I have touched with my head the blessed dust of your feet. Luckily enough I have been instructed by you, and thus a great favor has been bestowed on me, and thank God I have listened with open ears to your charming words. Be graciously pleased to listen, O sage, to the prayer of my humble self, troubled in mind due to affection for my daughter. This daughter of mine, a sister to Puriyavrata and Udita Napangada, is on the lookout for a match worthy of her in point of age, character, and good qualities, etc. The moment she heard from the sage Narada of your noble character, learning, comely appearance, young age, and other virtues, she fixed her mind on you. Therefore accept her, O chief of the Brahmanas, since I offer her with reverence, and because she is in every way fit to be your helpmate in your household duties. It is not commendable, even on the part of one who is absolutely free from attachment, much less of him who is addicted to the pleasures of sense, to spurn an object of desire that has come of itself. He who rejects an object offered to him and begs it of a miser loses his widespread reputation, and his pride is humbled by the disrespectful behavior of others. I heard of you, O wise man, that you were prepared to marry. Therefore accept her hand, which is being offered by me, since you have not taken a vow of perpetual celibacy. The sage replied, Certainly I have a desire to marry, and your daughter too has not yet been affianced. Hence our marriage, according to the Brahma method, will be quite in the fitness of things. That desire of mine, which has been duly recognized in the procedure laid down in your scriptures, may be realized through this daughter of yours, who will not accept with honor, your daughter, who overshadows, as it were, by her artless splendor, the very luster of her ornaments. When she was sporting on the top of her royal mansion, following her ball with bewildered eyes, the elegance of her person heightened by the tinkling of ornaments on her feet, Vishvavasu was stupefied with infatuation to see her, and fell down from his aerial car. What wise man would not welcome her, the very ornament of womanhood, the beloved daughter of Swayambhuva Manu, and sister of Uttanapada, who cannot even be perceived by those that have not adored the gracious feet of the Lord, and who has come of her own accord seeking my hand. Therefore I shall take to wife this noble girl, on condition that I shall remain with her till she bears, through me, a ray of the Supreme Spirit. Thereafter I am thinking of mostly devoting myself to practices which do not involve destruction of life and characterize the life of a samnyasi, and which have been directly taught by the Lord himself. To me, the highest authority in this behalf is the immortal Lord Sri Hari, the ruler even of all Prajanapatis, from whom this wonderful universe has emanated, in whom it rests, and in whom again it will disappear. Maitreya went on. The sage Ovidura said only this much and became silent, clinging to his mind to the Lord, whose navel is adorned by a lotus. His countenance, which was graced with a smile, captivated the heart of Devahuti. Having further unmistakably known the mind of the queen as well as of Devahuti, the emperor most gladly gave way to the sage, who was endowed with hosts of virtues, his daughter, who matched him well. Empress Shatarupan lovingly bestowed on the bride and the bridegroom most valuable presents, suited to the occasion in the form of jewelry, raiment, and other articles intended for household use. Relieved of all agony, the emperor enclosed within his arms his daughter, who had been bestowed on a suitable person, with the heart agitated with extreme fondness of her. Unable to bear separation from her, he shed tears again and again, and drenched with them his daughter's looks, crying, "My daughter, my darling." Bidding adieu to the great sage and obtaining his leave, the monarch mounted his chariot along with his spouse and drove to his capital, followed by his retinue, and witnessing the beauty of the hermitages of the tranquil-minded seers on both the charming banks of the Saraswati, a river so agreeable to sages. Overjoyed to know of his arrival, his subjects sallied forth from Brahmabalta to greet their lord with songs, panegyrics, and instrumental music. The city of Parhishmati, which was rich in all kinds of wealth, was so called because it was here that the hair of Lord Vishnu dropped from his body as he shook it, and it was these very hair that turned into blaze of the evergreen kusha grass and kaashas, by means of which the sages got rid of those who interfered with the performance of their sacrifices and worshipped the Lord Vishnu. It was here again that the worshipful Manu spread a seat of kushas and kaashas and propitiated the Lord, presiding over sacrifices, from whom he had secured a footing in the shape of the terrestrial globe. Having arrived at the city of Parhishmati, where the Manu resided, he entered his palace there, which drove away the three types of agony. In the company of his wife and children, he enjoyed the pleasures of sense that did not interfere with the pursuit of other objects of human aspiration. At daybreak, celestial musicians, along with their wives, sang in chorus his fair renown. But with a loving heart, he listened to the stories of Sri Hari alone. Although HYPNOSIS Manu was a past master in the art of creating objects of sense enjoyment, the latter could not in the least drag him down, devoted as he was to the Lord and given to contemplation. Consequently, his hours that gradually brought to an end his long life consisting of a whole manambanantara were not spent in vain, engaged as he ever was in listening to, contemplating on, composing and narrating the stories of Lord Vishnu. Having transcended the threefold destinies, he thus spent the whole of his manambanantara, consisting of 71 rounds of the 4 yugas, in pursuits connected with Lord Vasudeva. How can bodily and mental troubles and those attributable to some divine or human agency or to other living beings, O Vidura, afflict him who has sought refuge with Shri Hari? I have thus narrated to you the wonderful story of the first king, Svayambhuva Manu, who deserved all praise and who in reply to the questions asked by certain sages taught the diverse sacred duties of men in general, as well as of the different varnas and ashramas in particular, friendly disposed as he was to all living beings. Now hear of the glory of his daughter. Thus ends the 22nd discourse in Book 3 of the great and glorious Bhagavata Purana, otherwise known as the Paramamsa Samhitam. Okay, that's it. Thank you. That was fun. I'm gonna run some chores. And then I'll be back here in a few hours. I will chant, I believe. Should I do? Maybe I'll do another session of Sanskrit studies later. I want to do ASMR. I'm missing. That's how I'm doing my thing now. Is if I feel like if I wanna do it. I'm not as diligent, so I don't need to be. There was a time to be diligent. Now is not the time to be too diligent. So okay, thank you. So I'll be back in a few hours. Namaste.